WCBI News at 10 starts now.
Good evening, everyone. We are going to start tonight off with meteorologist Kendall Smith for our first look at our forecast. Kendall, Tropical Storm Barry has made landfall. What could we be seeing in our neck of the woods?
Well, Riley, we are currently dry out there. This is taking a live look in downtown Columbus on our Alpha Insurance Sky Camera, where temperatures are sitting in the mid to upper 70s, 75 here in Columbus, 79 in Tupelo, and 72 in Winona. As we go throughout the overnight hours, temperatures will dip down into the mid 70s. We are seeing some shower and thunderstorm activity starting to pop up on radar, and that will continue to be the trend as we go throughout the overnight hours. So taking a broader look on satellite and radar, we can see Tropical Storm Barry has made landfall along the Louisiana coastline. And max wind speeds are sitting at 50 miles an hour at this time, but it's not moving that fast, only around 5 to 6 miles an hour. But it will continue to impact our weather as we go throughout the next several days. It's getting a little closer into home. We're seeing partly cloudy skies, but we are seeing some shower and thunderstorm activity starting to pop up, and that's going to be the trend for the next several hours as well as the next several days. We could see 1 to 5 inches of rainfall, as well as a chance to see an isolated tornado or two possible tomorrow. But the good news is we will see cooler temperatures as well.
Thanks, Kendall. Local amateur radio operators came together today to talk about the importance of ham radios and connect with the community. WCBI's Tyler Hull has more on the story.
The Magnolia and Lowndes County Amateur Radio Clubs joined forces for a radio day in Starkville. The event lets amateur operators connect with the community and test their gear.
Well, this is our day in the park. We do this periodically to set up our equipment, to test it. It's mainly for fun, but we use it in cases of emergency. We're able to set up at a moment's notice in different places all over the state, all over anywhere.
Ham radios can be seen as a fun hobby, but during emergency situations, they can make all the difference.
We can give pass on information of well-being from people that are in the affected area. We can pass information to the affected area from emergency coordinators or any of that. When regular communications break down, ham radio usually gets through, and we can pass that information back and forth to people inside the affected area and out. So this is a way to get it in and out. When the phones don't work, we do.
Operators can talk to people all across the country to help get important information out.
I got out here this morning and about 8 o'clock, and we were going by about 8:45. We were up. I've already checked into the National Hurricane Net. It was based out of Syracuse, New York. Checked in with them. They wanted information from the affected area, so I passed on what we were seeing, and also passed on any information that I heard from local stations that were happening in the affected area that were passing traffic to me.
Reporting from Starkville, Tyler Hull, WCBI News.
The event was open to the public in order to help get more people interested in ham radios. A Starkville teen rescued from a pool Monday night has died. Oktibbeha County Coroner Michael Hunt confirms 18-year-old Zamario Jones passed away this morning. Jones had been taken to the University of Mississippi Medical Center in Jackson after nearly drowning at the swimming pool at Golden Triangle Townhouses on Highway 25 in Starkville. An autopsy will be performed, but Hunt says he does not expect foul play. Monroe County political candidates and a few statewide candidates rallied together for more than just their campaigns this morning in Amory. The event is called Pause for Politics, and in addition to having time on stage, the candidates helped to raise money for the Amory Humane Society. Our Cash Matlock brings us the story.
When Butch Palmer thought of the idea for Pause for Politics, he wanted an event aimed at educating people on local politics, as well as informing them on a dire need in the community, the local Humane Society.
We knew it was a big political season, and we've got a lot of state races and local races going on. So the idea was for them to pay to get on stage, and we've got some silent auction items out there.
Attendee Philip Lindsay owns Healing Horses Ranch in Amory and says he has a soft spot for any animal in need.
My heart goes out to any animals that are left neglected in an abused situation where they're hungry, and in this heat it's just unbelievable what a lot of animals are going through right now.
He says when he first heard about the event, he knew he had to be there.
This is something that I think would bring awareness to people and help people understand more about what they need to do to take care of their animals in a proper way.
And in addition to seeing political candidates face to face, he says it's nice to know they too share his love of animals.
It's an encouragement to me to see that these candidates will not only come out and support the Amory Humane Society, but also take this opportunity to educate people about the decisions that they need to make about truth and justice.
Event coordinators say stray animals are a big issue in Amory, and they hope the event will bring more awareness to that.
There still is a population control problem with animals in Monroe County, but as Mitzi can tell you, the rescues that are done locally are well taken care of and they're loved, and they find forever homes for them.
Although many attendees have never heard of an event quite like this before, they say they're open to having more like it.
Not only does the Amory Humane Society care about animals, they care about people. They care about how people can learn and how people can grow and how we can do all this together.
For more information on the Amory Humane Society, you can visit our website at WCBI.com. GOP gubernatorial candidate Robert Foster was also in attendance at Amory's Poll for Politics. Foster made national headlines when he denied a female reporter a ride-along interview in his truck unless she brought a male colleague along with her. Foster says he refuses to be alone with any female unless it's his wife. That stance has gotten him both positive and negative attention over the past few days. We had a chance to speak with Foster after his speech, and he says he's standing by his words.
It's really a crazy idea to say that someone doesn't have the right to be able to be accompanied with a third wheel. That's been going on for a long time. Billy Graham has followed that rule. Vice President Mike Pence has followed that rule. Many other executives, men and women all over the country, have the same policies in place in their corporations.
Foster is running against former State Supreme Justice Bill Waller Jr. and current Lieutenant Governor Tate Reeves in the August 6th Republican primary. There are families and homes still in need of assistance after an EF3 tornado hit Columbus back in February. Over the past couple of months, volunteers have been working their way through the community, lending a helping hand. Our Stephanie Poole has the story.
Oh my God, I'm just so blessed. You talking about blessed? Do you know how it feels to be blessed?
Homeowner Annette Bradley has lived in her home for over 30 years, and she has never expected her home to experience damage from a tornado. When the EF3 tornado hit, she was left with a severe leak in her roof and cracks in her dining room window. The Community Recovery of Lowndes County and Vibrant Church made the plans to assist Miss Bradley's home.
Taking out windows that were cracked during the storm, and we've had to take the entire windows out and replace them. Also, because of some storm damage on the roof, they're replacing about 4 squares of shingles on top of the roof and repairing those holes.
And all this work is being did. God sent his angels to me, and I'm blessed. And I thank them all. I love them all for what they are doing.
Volunteers even worked on the beautification of Bradley's home, pulling up weeds and throwing out large sticks. Tommy Gillian says project materials cost around $2,500, which is funded through donations and other organizations. But the cost of it all isn't important, Gillian says, when it means bringing joy to a family.
It just brings a smile to your face, but then to see the homeowner sitting on the porch and just a big smile and say, oh, I just love it, thank y'all so much. Just can't thank us enough for it. That's worth it all.
People I have never seen before are coming here to help me.
Bradley says she's just happy and blessed to see there are people in the world who are still willing to lend a helping hand.
I didn't know there were so many caring peoples out there. You don't know who God gonna send to you, do you? But I had them been knocking on my door. They've been coming in my yard. I'm just blessed. I'm seeing angels. I'm seeing everything except the wings fly on their back. I don't know their name, but in my heart, they are all my angels, and I love them all.
Gillian says this is about the 4th home that the Community Recovery of Lowndes County has worked on. Coming up after the break, we'll tell you all about how members of the community are gathering together to support a local law officer in a time of need. Stay with us.
Count on.
Welcome back. A member of the Mississippi Highway Patrol is suffering from a rare form of cancer, and today a special motorcycle ride was held to help take care of his medical expenses. WCBI's Chad Groening has more.
They gathered at the Tupelo Furniture Market for a special ride to raise money for Mississippi Highway Patrolman Keith Cole, who in April of 2018 was diagnosed with a rare form of cancer known as E.G. junction, which affects the stomach and the esophagus, and he's had to make several trips to the MD Anderson Cancer Center in Houston, Texas for treatment. Recently, he had his entire stomach removed. Captain Chad Moore is commander of F Troop where Cole serves.
He's a great man of faith because he told me when he found out he had cancer, he just got out of patrol school. And as you know, our school's a pretty tough school, and he told me that that was God's way of getting him in the best shape of his life where he could face this battle.
Stephen Floyd is a firefighter and president of the Tupelo chapter of the Iron Warriors Motorcycle Club, which took part in this weekend's event.
Keith's a great guy. We've actually done a number of fundraisers for him. It's something we wouldn't miss. I mean, his family means a lot, so anything we can do as an organization and as just friends to help him out, we'll do anything we can.
And the wives of first responders were instrumental in making this event a success. Melinda Whited is the wife of a Mississippi Highway Patrolman and understands what Keith's wife Monica is going through.
They put their lives on the line, and we sit at home and we wait for them to come home. So, you know, she's dealing with a different struggle, but it's still hard regardless whether he's working or not working. You know, he's a trooper, he's hurting, she's hurting, so we're there for them.
Today's event here at the Tupelo Furniture Market was all about family. A family of highly dedicated law enforcement professionals coming together to help a brother in need.
We just want to pitch in and help him as much as we could. So a bunch of my staff, I can't take credit for a little part of this because all these workers here are troopers or their wives or friends or some of the family. And they put this together. It's a great, great thing.
Yeah, it's a special breed, whether it be law enforcement or fire. You know, when your phone goes off, you know you're going into something that most people would run away from. So it does take a special breed of person.
It's a family. It's not just the troopers or the wives. We're one great big family. We support each other. You know, the wives are there for each other because we know what, you know, our husbands go through and what they do every day. So we stick together.
Chad Groening, WCBI News, Tupelo.
After a ride over to New Albany, everyone gathered for lunch in the furniture market.
Well, we are continuing to monitor Tropical Storm Barry as it is capable of producing 1 to 5 inches of rainfall in our area, also causing flooding concerns. We can't rule out the chance to see an isolated tornado or two. More on those details coming up next.
Your first alert Accuweather Forecast with meteorologist Kendall Smith.
Well, we are currently dry. This is taking a live look in downtown Tupelo on our Alpha Assurance Sky camera, where temperatures are sitting in the upper 70s at this time, with the dew point sitting at 68. So it is pretty muggy out there if you do happen to be out and about at this time. Area-wide, we're seeing temperatures much the same, a little cooler though. Tupelo is our warm spot currently. 72 in Starkville, 71 in Louisville, and 73 in Macon. Now, as we go throughout the overnight hours, temperatures will dip down into the low 70s. We'll see areas of rain as well as embedded storms. Chance of precipitation is at 50%, and wind will be out of the southeast around 5 to 15 miles an hour. Now, on Doppler radar, we are seeing some showers and thunderstorms starting to pop up out there. Our heaviest showers and thunderstorms are down to our south near Hattiesburg as well as Jackson, and that will continue to track to our northwest over the next several hours, not directly impacting us, but we will have several rounds of rain to go. So by the overnight hours, we could see some pop-up showers and thunderstorms out there. By the time you wake up tomorrow morning, we're seeing partly cloudy skies, but then that next band of rain will make its way into our area by lunchtime. We could see pretty heavy rain associated with this, gusty winds, hail. Can't rule out the chance to see an isolated tornado or two. So on satellite and radar, we are seeing Tropical Storm Barry as it did make landfall earlier today, and it will continue to track up to the remainder of the state of Louisiana as well as Arkansas. And even though we are not in the immediate cone of impact, we are situated right to the east, which means that will ramp up our severe weather risk as we go throughout tomorrow. So although we're not immediately included in the marginal risk for severe weather tomorrow, we do still have to consider the chance to see a spin-up tornado or two tomorrow, because tropical systems like this do tend to spin up weak tornadoes in their outer bands. So we'll continue to monitor the situation as it gets closer. So delving into those rain chances is a little bit better for you. By lunchtime tomorrow, we are seeing widespread shower and thunderstorm activity out there. And then this is stopping us around the evening time. We're still seeing showers and thunderstorms out there. And then by midnight, you guessed it, more showers and thunderstorms. So it looks to be a soggy Sunday in store for us. And then by the time you wake up on Monday morning, we're still seeing some showers out there, but we're starting to see a break in the rain. And then by Monday afternoon, we finally get to see a break in the rain as the system gets cleared out of our area. And then on Tuesday, we start to dry out and look to see partly cloudy skies for Tuesday, right ahead of our next rain that's in store for us. So How much rain can you expect over the next several days? Well, we could see anywhere between 1 to 5 inches of rain. Some spots might even see more than that. Looking down to Louisville, we could see anywhere to 7 inches of rain. It just depends on where these bands of rain set up in our area. So that's why our entire viewing area is included under a flash flood watch until Tuesday morning. We're going to continue to monitor the situation as it gets closer because we're going to see quite a bit of rain. Look at these rain chances over the next several days. Temperatures will cool off, though, to be in the upper 70s for Sunday, and then we'll climb back into the mid-90s by the middle of the week.
With Courtney Robb.
For our next stop on the high school football tour, we take a trip up Highway 315 as we visit with the Water Valley Blue Devils. Class 3A's reigning state champs look to defend the title for the first time since 1991. Water Valley is stop number 20 on the high school football tour.
WCBI's 60 Schools in 60 Days is brought to you by Sparklight.
I mean, we on everybody's list. I mean, we won state last year. I mean, we on everybody's list, so I know it's not gonna be hard winning it again. So we just want to let them know that bring it, we got it.
The hardest task in high school sports is to repeat as state champs. Coming off of winning the gold ball in 2018, the Water Valley Blue Devils are prepared to receive everyone's best shot as teams look to knock them off the top.
We've talked to, Coach Mix says that about once a day in the weight room, that you're no longer hunting, you're being hunted, and I think that's something the kids, I hope they understand that now, but after the first few games, I'm sure, we'll get a good picture of it, and that's great. That's a good place to be in. That means we've done things right.
It's kind of hard. You got to just make that decision to turn around and try to do it again. A lot of success, so it's hard to stop celebrating and then come back to work. But I think the guys done a great job.
The Blue Devils look to retool after graduating the starting defensive line and wide receiver core, featuring Jones Junior College signee Bud Tolbert.
Tried to stress to a few of our guys, you don't be Bud Tolbert. Be yourself. We're different. We may be a little different this year on offense and defense, but we'll find a way, as long as we work each and every day. So I think, it's impossible to try to replace an exact person each and every year. Just we got to be the best us we can be.
We lost a lot of guys, but at the same time, we have a lot of guys that are returning. And we got some young guys coming up, and I think they can really help us, so I think we'll be all right.
Despite the losses, Water Valley still has senior quarterback Jacob Truss, who looks to showcase the growth and development he's made this offseason in his game.
I think that's a big place to start when you've got your quarterback coming back. And I expect a lot more out of him because last year he was just using his God-given ability. I expect this year for us to become more of a quarterback, as the season goes on and throughout this summer and be even better.
Truss, he's a pretty good athlete. Him returning back brings a lot of pride and, courage to this team because, he mostly did the majority of everything.
Truss is huge, yeah. He's a crazy good athlete, and a good leader on our field, so he'll be good for us this year, real good.
Reporting in Water Valley on the high school football tour, Chris Bolton, WCBI Sports.
60 Schools in 60 Days with Water Valley High School is brought to you by Turnage Drugstore.
Coming up after the break, we revisit with the Nettleton Tigers on stop number 18 of the high school football tour. Stay with us. The next stop on our 60 Schools in 60 Days excursion checks in with the Nettleton Tigers. As the 18th stop, the Tigers are coming off of a tough season. Head coach Ken Tops and his team is eager to get back to it on the gridiron.
WCBI's 60 Schools in 60 Days is brought to you by Sparklight.
The Nettleton Tigers want to start a new trend. Coming off back-to-back 4 and 6 seasons, the Tigers' primary focus is to get over the hump.
Man, it's all about getting over that hump, man. You go into the season thinking one game at a time. But you can't help but look down that schedule. But you just got to figure out a way to get past the slow starts that we're having, and that's been our problem most games. We come out starting slow and then end up fighting back. We just got to figure out how to come out in that first quarter and win ball games.
Coach Sauce has brought that up a lot. Just being comfortable with being uncomfortable, and he's really pushed us, and we hope this summer we've done enough to get over the hump.
Youth will be key for the Tigers. Nettleton has to replace 13 seniors from last year's team, giving the young guys an opportunity to step into impact roles.
Even though we lost a lot, we still have a lot from last year and also have a lot of young guys coming up from junior high. So I'm hopefully we'll take the summer and build on it and have a great year.
Getting all these boys just to come together, we're gonna be straight because we're coming together as a team, as one. We got a lot of people stepping up, working hard this summer, and I think we're gonna be all right.
A lot of those guys contributed a whole lot, so you know you're trying to replace them with some younger guys, and I think those younger guys are stepping up to the plate right now.
It always helps a young team whenever the starting quarterback returns. Senior leader Graham Gardner will play a major factor in the Tigers' success.
He's a senior. He's only been playing for 2 years, though. Last year was his first full year of football out there. So, you know, he made some, I guess you could say, rookie mistakes. But, man, just to see how much he's grown, how more comfortable he's been in the offense this offseason, I know things are going to be great going forward.
Nettleton starts the season August 23rd on the road against Bruce. Reporting in Nettleton on the high school football tour, Chris Bolton, WCBI Sports.
60 schools in 60 days with Nettleton High School was brought to you by the Countertop Shop.
That's it for sports. We'll have the last look at your forecast when we come back. Stay with us.
Over the next several days, anywhere between 1 to 5 inches is possible. But the good news is it will help to cool our temperatures off a little bit, and our overnight lows will be in the mid-70s. So
it's a little bit of a trade-off. We got a lot of rain coming though.
Yes, it's all from Tropical Storm Barry, and so we do have that to basically thank for all of this. But we do need rain, so I mean, you know, you take what you get. So
you know, we have to do what we can. I mean, in February we had a lot of rain. So again, if you see water on the road, turn around, don't drown. Okay, very important. We hope everyone has a great night, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.